This is Daniel Source, and you're listening to Back of the Net Podcast in partnership with Sweetpatch TV. Breastmaster. Wait, what? Oh, Beastmaster.
Well, guys, welcome to episode 50 of this Banter Net Podcast in partnership with Sweetpatch. Do you know 50 is half of 100? So it's half a century.
Somebody's been paying attention to that.
I know, isn't that good? You may hear him there. That is Mr. Irish Welsh Cat, Ireland's next top model. Adam, how's it going?
Yeah, buddy.
How's the uni treating you this week, even?
Yeah, not bad. Just had some assignments and stuff to do, so I had a lovely test in ancient Greece. That was fun.
Yeah, I heard you was in a pub or something, one of Bacardi and Coke.
Bottle of Bacardi, actually, not just a Bacardi. It was in between. It was an in-betweeners, friends, Scrub and Simpsons quiz, and our team lost in the tiebreaker.
Oh, that's terrible. But Dave, yeah. Well, I say Dave.
It's just dropped out of the call.
Dave is disappeared. Oh yes, Dave has disappeared again. So we'll introduce him later on when he actually comes back from his poo or after he comes back in. But yes, we have got Mr. Sam Bookerman with us as usual every single week. Adam, we got no one to introduce the intro, like what's going to happen in the podcast now, unless he comes back soon. Dave, he's back! Oh my God!
It's a miracle!
It's a miracle, he's back! Right.
It's alive!
It's alive!
I'm so alive!
Okay, we have got
Dan,
Sam.
Before we start the podcast,
yes.
After Dave does the intro, do you want to explain what we're thinking of doing for 52?
Yes,
episode 52?
we will.
I'm gonna start setting that up after the podcast. We'll talk about times and stuff.
We will explain to this after Dave done his intro and what's coming up on this podcast. What is coming up on this podcast, Mr. Sam Bookerman? David?
Nothing, apparently.
No, 2 minutes. My PC's just gone all black.
Your team.
Okay, you ready?
Yes, go on.
Yeah, we can hear you. Go for it, son.
How my PC's just gone fucking doolally. Okay, we're going to talk about keepers on Ultimate Team and on Pro Clubs. We're going to talk about EA being Watchdog. Shame on you, EA. Shame on you. Ultimate Team Marketplace fails. Bad spelling. Partnership too easy. Obviously, if I hadn't got one. Rumour Legends in Ultimate Team. Team of the Week, Player of the Week, and
Real life football. Yes. Okay, so.
Oh, and also, I have a topic I want to discuss as well, Dan.
Okay, would you like to say what that is now, or do I want to bring it in whenever you want?
Yes.
It's a tad to do with the new kind of Ultimate Team update and stuff like that. I don't know if you've heard about it. It's did you hear about the so-called kind of Legends card thing?
Yes. We have inside access from a good friend of ours. You may hear it on YouTube, SAS456. I'm sorry if I got that wrong.
I heard about it originally through Kill Hollywood, but basically what is happening is, like, sometimes you'll know when you're like selling Ultimate Team cards, it kind of glitches up, and like, for instance, sometimes or sometimes it turns your player into like a goalkeeper or something like that. It's fucked up. But recently, there's been loads of pictures of it when it comes up undefined and stuff. It changes the picture of the player.
Yes,
so, like, there's been like legends like Zidane and like just a load of other players. I can't remember exactly, but if you go and look at Kill Hollywood on YouTube, he is talking more about it. But it's kind of like, even though it's glitching out, for them to appear on it would mean that
that means they would have to appear in the game.
Yeah, they're on the game in the system.
Maybe it's a teaser.
So they're talking about them introducing. Yeah, but as well, if you notice on the new update, right, you now can win packs or whatever in tournaments, and if you've looked at the menu, it has a picture of like what you can win, and there's like on top there's pictures of coins. So if that's highlighted, there's coins. Yeah. On the bottom there's pictures of packs, and in the middle there's like one of them like icons where it's like a head or whatever. So that like leads me to believe that like.
Oh my God, that means one thing.
That like
you can win a head.
No.
Oh my God.
Yes.
It's one of them player icons.
If you want to get that guy chopped off with chainsaw, man.
If you don't know what it looks like, it kind of looks like, you know, like a manager mode.
Basically,
the control. It's the icon that can. It's like the player controlled icon, that kind of icon, and so there's definitely going to be players you can win in tournaments, but like you might be able to win these legends in tournaments.
the concept of actually bringing legends in, though, that's what kind of concerns me, because like
It's scary.
they right at
Well,
the moment, right?
It's not going to be fair.
What was that, Dave?
It's just not going to be fair if some.
Yeah,
If you,
especially if they only do it as like a one-off thing as well, because if they are legends, I'm assuming they're going to be like 99 rated or something as well. So
Not necessarily.
I say,
Well, if you look
going
at,
to be.
they're going to be 90s maybe, but like if you look at the classic 11 or stuff like that, they're like kind of high 80s, low 90s kind of rated player.
I was just looking for my headphones, that's why I didn't reply then. But
Where the fuck did you just go?
no, I was looking for my headphones and I thought they were right by me, but they don't seem to be. So, but yeah, I don't mind them bringing them in. I think they should bring it into the game, like they did on the World Cup. But I don't think they should bring it in Ultimate Team.
Really?
I don't know. It could be kind of weird. It could fuck up the market, to be honest.
Yeah,
Like,
can you imagine selling a legend on?
Well, I don't think maybe you should sell them. I think maybe you should only be able to play with them in like games against friends.
Or
Or
if,
maybe you can't sell them. You can only win them via like tournaments and stuff like
yeah,
that.
yeah. Wait, is that like a tournament which is on the Ultimate? Like,
No, but if you go on Ultimate Team now, Dan, even just open up yourself in your own thing. And you know, for tournaments, they have them 3 sections for what you can win now when you're playing tournaments. And the middle section is like a player icon. So whether it's like just a regular player on Ultimate Team or an informed player or even one of them so-called legend players, like it does mean there's going to be players that are going to be prizes for tournaments.
yeah, that does sound good. I prefer it to be a tournament-based thing. But as still on Ultimate Team though, just to mention, have any of you played
I do.
against?
Adam,
Yeah.
will you mod GCI Messi, please?
Okay, babes.
Okay. But have any of you played against the Ultimate difficulty?
No, I haven't played it because I don't really play like offline.
I played about 10 minutes of it and I got bored.
It's off, Dan. You always play offline.
That's what I mean. I played it. I'm just saying I played it. I played about. I've played about 10 minutes of the first round. It's boring. It's like you can't. Like.
What is it, Dan?
It's basically harder than legendary difficulty.
So would you not be playing on that on manager mode, for instance?
You don't. It's not on manager mode. It's just on Ultimate Team for this tournament.
Okay, so what's the difference? Do you get more coins or something like that if you play?
Well, not 2 packs. It's for one of the packs.
It's only offline.
Offline, yeah. It's only offline. I don't think there's actually online tournaments for packs. I'm 100%. If there is, guys, post it in the comments or something, because I really don't know. But, yeah.
Post in comments below.
Hey!
Mind you, Dave, do you
so.
remember this time last year when they had like the Christmas tournament out for like 5k, and me and you were
No, we smashed
I
it.
did
yeah,
that.
we were like,
I remember that. I did that.
me and Dave were like,
Is that what for? Wasn't that for like when I was after Messi that time?
yeah, and it was just like, because I was only getting into Ultimate Team last time. I think I won it about like 10 times, just played it non-stop and stuff like that. I was like, I remember like...
No, it was this.
Exactly
Do you
what I
remember?
did.
That's what down is like, you've only got to play it 260 times, and I was like, not far. You were like, yeah, you can do it. And like 2 hours later, we're on. Yes. Tournament number 7.
That's all I did. I remember that. I remember when that tournament was out. I just milked it constantly. I was basically on and on and on. Because I had like a Brazilian side. So I was like, okay, I need to get the best players. So I was getting like informs for like the first time ever. So yeah. And it was nice to have like 300k after it, after I sold everything. So yeah. I've noticed that they don't exactly bring many tournaments out like that anymore. Because last year I seen at least a decent amount.
Yeah, but I never really play tournaments because you just get rid of sweaty bastards using their full informed team.
Oh no, I mean just play offline to milk the coins.
No, but that was an online one though, Dan. Oh no, it was offline as well.
Yeah, it was offline as well. It was a 4K one offline. It was St. George's Day, I think it was.
No, that was a different one, Dan.
Was it?
No, it was.
That's the one I did.
It was 5K offline and it was like 7.5 online.
Oh, it might have been now and then, but I think they should bring more tournaments out. I reckon because play a tournament, right? To be honest, EA, I'm not gonna lie, 600 coins is pathetic. I couldn't even buy well, you can buy 2 contracts, but you can't buy nothing with it. Like, oh yeah, I play these games, I get, say, 700 coins a game. You get more coins for playing the game. So,
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I think they should, like, bring it out, bring more out, bring a weekly one out, say, like, I don't know, just bring one out, like, 1,500, 2K. 2K is a decent amount, to be honest. It's virtual coins, EA. Like, and everyone wants the ultimate team. And that's your title of your game, just to let you know, EA. So, it's tough, right, to trade. And it's people who got good concentration. If you've got attention spans, a squirrel like myself, you get bored. Like, I can't spend 20 minutes trading, to be honest. I literally, if I sell my team, I'll chuck them all up for 150 coins. And just let it work your way up. Because I can't be arsed. Even like, if I go out to buy and sell, I just get bored. So I think they should, like, reward people who actually play the game with their ultimate team, to award them with more coins, especially like offline ones as well. Say if you play online, like, I think, how much is the 5-star one, which is like the highest? It's what?
No
like
idea.
1,700 coins. That's not a lot, and plus you're not guaranteed it. And plus you end
Yeah,
up,
but if you put up the price more though, Dan, that means people are just going to be like.
yeah, but I think it's plus you get paid as well if you go in that tournament, which is the only one without restrictions. Like myself, I used to, when I went into that, I used my MLS side, which is bronze/silver, so it was a decent side, but I get paid with like 83 rated golds, so it's kind of restricting the people who are not that good at the game. You could
Yeah,
say.
but there is though, like silver tournaments specifically for silver teams.
Yeah, but it's sometimes it's a bit too restricted. Like sometimes it's like, right, it gotta be a full silver squad.
But you see, it's the tournaments that people enter the most though, Dan. It's like the people that enter tournaments are mainly people with the best teams, because like with their ratings they never really get a game on an ordinary head-to-head.
Yeah, I know what you mean, but then it's kind of annoying that I think they should up the prize, I think, in my opinion, when you win a tournament. Because a tournament, like, when you get so far, you could just sweat it out and it can be a pain in the ass to play against people like that. So I think they should just up the reward or something, because it is virtual coins. What's the difference from adding a 0 to the end of that? Like, because everyone wants the best team, don't they?
But then it's going to be so much easier to get players. It would just like destroy the market. But then, because Dan, if it was like that, then it'd be easier. People would have more money, so that would mean players would demand higher prices.
Yeah,
so if you weren't winning tournaments, that means it's going to be harder and harder.
I think it should kind of go back to FIFA 09. To anyone who had it, I can't remember if they had tournaments. Yeah, they had tournaments, but back in FIFA 09, like, players were like really cheap. You get like 99 rated players for like 50.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but that's because there wasn't much people playing it, because it was you had to pay for it.
Yeah, I bought it. I remember buying that.
Same.
Remember the COD maps?
I never
at the same time.
Yeah, because that's why people always ask me, like, oh, what's that FUT founder thing?
Yeah, it's from
I think it's I had the game like the first week or something like that.
No, it used to be if you had it on FIFA 09, you had it within the first month. You get like FUT founder on 09. But now it's for anyone who actually bought it during 09. So it's because that was the year it was like brought in. So they brought it in. When was it? Like February?
Yeah, it was like quite late on, wasn't it?
And I was looking for an article because when we researched for new stuff, like what to talk about, I actually found an article back in 2009 when they actually gave people who signed up before 16th of April 10,000 coins. We never get that now.
Yeah, I know.
think,
didn't we get like 2 free packs?
Yeah,
2 free gold packs.
2 free packs though. Come on, right? I think, right, if you've like Adam's a FUT founder, I think Sammy is as well, or anyone who's an FUT founder, I think you should be rewarded. You bought it the first 2 years. We bought it. The second 2 years, not so much because it was free. But if you
not so much.
but if you technically keep playing it and whatnot, you keep going back to that game, you keep putting your money in and whatnot, I think you should be rewarded. And I really don't see a problem in that. Because they did it in 09. I know there wasn't a lot of players, But as I keep saying, it's virtual coins, and I think they should reward their customers more for like.
Well, people could see that as penalising like someone that only signed up last year. Like you're
But
starting
then they
off
will
with a big
get the year
advantage.
before. They can get the year after or something. Like what could
So
work
are
out?
you saying if you have the game for like 3 years,
See,
you
if
get
you had
like
it for
say,
3
like
years,
10,000.
right?
Yeah, if you had it for 2, you got like 5,000,
Yes.
and so on and so forth.
So on and so forth. Yeah. So for example, say if we had it for 3 years now. Say next year, which will that'll be 4, wouldn't it? Will it be 4 years?
Yeah,
4 years. So,
so
being Adam now, say we had it for 4 years, we like, alright then guys, you can have your packs, and then say if you kept playing it, I don't know, you have a record, so I'm assuming that's on the database or something, and then you'd be like, okay, then we'll give you 20k, because see, you've had it for 4 years now, and then say the people who bought it in FIFA 10, because you still technically pay for it, they will get 10k. And then I don't know about for people who actually got it for free, to be honest, because you got it for free.
Yeah, but
But then I think if it does though, but if they do it, it should just like, alright then, year 3 will get 5k now, and then so on and so forth as we were just mentioning. And I think they should.
Yeah.
I think they should reward.
Speaking about all Ultimate Teams, did you hear that starting next month they're going to be shutting down the FIFA 10 Ultimate Team servers?
Yes, it's what about FIFA 9? Are they shut down?
Yeah, they're shut down.
I really want to go back on it because I actually found a screenshot of FIFA 9, and I remember the cards. I couldn't remember them actually looking like that until I obviously went back. But
I wonder,
good.
Like how much is like a Ronaldo? How much is like a Ronaldo on FIFA 11 now? I wonder how much he is.
Yeah. Oh my God, Matt! I wonder how much he actually. Yeah. Because of Ronaldo, right? Imagine any if we went on FIFA 10. Oh, I might.
You know, it'd be
go on FIFA 11.
unbelievable if you could play with your generations team. You know that you have on the app.
Yeah.
Because I have a full informed Portuguese national team from last year. With like informed Ronaldo and informed Nani and Danny and stuff. They were just unbelievable. And if I could play with that now.
Yeah, this would be.
Even if it was just against friends, that'd be unbelievable.
As well, they actually brought in. This was last year though. They did a generation, so if whoever had the best squad for the generations, you actually won a prize. So if you was on FIFA 9, you could add all 99s.
Oh yeah, because on FIFA 9 you could up the players.
Yeah, which is when they actually took that from FIFA 10, I was kind of disappointed at one point. Cause
I thought it was just stupid because everyone just had 99
but
by the end of it.
At one point it was something to work for as well. Because when actually I figured out how to actually upgrade them properly, because you had to get like certain head coaches. There we go. You had to get like certain.
Epic shit, boys. Epic.
Was it really? You had to get like certain head coaches and whatnot. They need to upgrade certain stats because say if you upgrade their defending, their shooting may go down. So yeah, that's pretty good. Oh yeah, Dave, what do you think of people being rewarded more in Ultimate Team?
What for?
Such as like playing tournaments, coming back year after year and whatnot.
Basically, me and Dan were just saying that like when you start, if you've had FIFA for like Ultimate Team for like 4 years, you should get X amount. When you start off in the new one, you should get like Y amount.
Yeah, I think like a loyalty thing.
Yeah, like a loyalty card.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good because it didn't used to be free, did it? So you know, I paid for it when it first come out, and a lot of people are like, I don't know about this, but I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I remember when it came out.
I think maybe they should reward.
It was 800 Microsoft points as well when it first came out. So, and then obviously they halved it then the year after, which actually the hacking scandal was on the year after. It wasn't hacking, was it? It was.
What happened?
Yeah, the thingy were quite ripe then, where you could like control the other teams, players, or like have to in the
was that
game.
FIFA 10 or 11?
Dave, you used to that, didn't you, Dave? Dave was awesome at that, weren't you, Dave?
I never did that.
Dave, don't lie.
No, I've never. I just don't know how to do that.
But what do you think of this? I just had an idea, right? In no way at the start of every year you get packs. Do you think it would be cool if they actually brought in that you get a choice? you either have coins or you have packs.
Yeah, alright.
Have an
'cause
option.
I like that idea.
I prefer coins, to be honest, starting off than packs.
Yeah. But to be
'Cause
honest, if
packs
I
are
had the
so shit.
coins, I'll end up buying the packs. So, like, how much do they give? They give 7,500 ones, I think, every year. Or they stand at 5k, I don't know. So, maybe give us 20k at the start, EA. Happy days. Make myself a side and kick off. Without a doubt. The only problem with me at the start of, like, Ultimate Team, I can never find the right side. I'm always, at the, like, first maybe month or something, I'm always switching around sides. And then my reti goes shit, and then I find the correct side, and then I'm a beast on it then. But then I wanted to
But I
keep
do
it,
that all the
'cause I
time
get
with my
bored.
squad, so, but it works for me.
Well, Dan, I've done like a squad building episode every week since the start of Ultimate Team, so I think I've played with like more teams than anyone, if you know what I mean.
I was like that last year. I would change, and Dave as well.
More than me.
Dave has
Don't
actually
think
been
so.
going
What do
on.
you mean more than you? I've had a new squad every week, Dave.
Well, no, you haven't.
I have. Go back and look at my
You
channel.
are
Oh,
honestly.
here we
you are
go.
so
We have
full of
got
shit.
Are you
Mrs.
fucking
Cal,
unreal? Every week.
Mrs.
Dave,
Arm.
every week.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's stop.
No, but seriously, I'm not even bullshitting. Every single week since FIFA 12 has been out, I've had to... Dan, shut up for a minute.
You're arguing though.
I'm just...
Don't shut up, Dan. Don't shut up. Don't push you around, Dan.
You're
No,
arguing
but I'm just
though.
saying,
It isn't like you're having a
every week
discussion.
since Ultimate Team...
I'm
Go,
not-
let me talk. If you go back and look, I've a playlist on my channel for all my IWC's Ultimate Teams episode. Every week since the start of Ultimate Team, I have an episode of that out. So that's like a squad a week.
You're right. You haven't
Dave is
done more
currently
squads
on
than
like
me.
episode 50.
How many squads have you done?
Dave's
Yeah, but that's because he's
How
counting FIFA 11, which is absolutely bullshit.
No, I mean,
why
in FIFA,
would you
I've
do
made so many different squads. You know I have. See, I have about 10 teams, for God's sake.
Yeah, but you use them for an episode, like.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
So, like, I've done just as many episodes as you. So how do you have more squads than me, then?
I never said I had more than you. I'm just saying you haven't done more than me.
I never said that. You said no one's done more than me.
Oh my God, did he not?
Okay,
Yes, I've
you're
done
right.
more than anybody here.
Yeah.
I went, don't think so.
I said I've done as much as anyone. And you said, me.
The lyingest, biggest fucking potato picker ever.
Okay.
You're lying.
Right.
Nah.
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay. So hurt.
I'm gonna settle now
Cunt.
that I've done more.
Oh.
I'm gonna settle that. I
Tell me.
win. Okay. Speaking of UT, I think we'll keep on that market. Dave, I noticed recently that well, you've mentioned actually that you're starting to trade a lot more, like consistently. I say.
Yeah.
So like try and earn more.
Yeah. He is trading a lot.
He's quite right. I tried a bit today, actually. And I tell you a series I really like. I like Mr. Rossi 1990's trading thing. Because there's Rossi's, there's GCI Messi doing one. But I mean, I'm watching Rossi's a lot, and I quite like it. It gets a lot of profit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but there's no one as good this year though. It's like last year when Japes and like Jack Attack were doing like Japes Power Hours from last year.
I
like,
think it's
no
because
one, I've never.
I think last year it's because it was literally you never seen many trading videos in my opinion last year until like someone hit the mark with that unique idea. That's all it was. Because
the thing is, what I like about Ross is he gets players. He's been making like consistent like 70k each episode. He's trying to get in from Danilinho, and he's not far off. You know, and I've been trying, and I've been watching them, and I've been thinking back then. I know what players to go for. But I think I'm just a bit worried about spending money. Yeah, I know that sounds stupid, but I'm worried about spending money. Potentially okay, and now I'm going to make money, but you know, there's always that thought in the back of my mind that what happens if it goes wrong?
But that's
He's right though, isn't he? I mean,
that's the gamble you take, don't you, when you trade?
That's what makes it.
Well, if you know the market,
Yeah,
you learn
but
well
like,
enough,
this
you
is
know,
why I
like,
kind of wanted to talk
Dave,
about.
it's like if I went to you and went, oh, what's a good price for this car? If I asked what's a good price for a Fiat Punto, you could probably tell me what's a good price for a Fiat Punto because you know like cars and how much cars cost. It's just all about actually learning, like it's not so much
about
risk.
See if you're just starting off.
Depends on condition of car, depends on mileage, what size engine.
Yeah, it's the same in Ultimate Team. It depends how many contracts he has, how much morale.
Oh, you're right. I know a lot, and it depends on your formation. contracts. Okay, sometimes it's more formation than contracts, I think.
Yeah, but I think contracts, like often with me, like if there's two or three cars at the same price, I look how many contracts they have, and if there's one,
I agree.
Extra.
Yeah, if I see a car like 1,000 coins more, but he's got like shitloads of contracts, then I'm like, yeah, it's gonna in the long run it's saving me money because it's gonna cost me more to put contracts on to that amount than other one. But I know what you're saying. I suppose it's like anything else. If you practice, you'll learn marketing, you do it. I don't know. I just ain't got fucking patience. I don't know about you.
That's the same.
No, I just don't have
patience. I might have been a fucking trade. I just haven't got the patience at all.
I was thinking because the reason I wasn't really doing anything was because when I'm home at the weekends, I'm mainly just getting gameplay for videos or whatever. But like now, I was talking to EA and I got my because my app had been locked ever since I got hacked that time. So now it's like unlocked. I might start doing a trading thing because I can just do that during the week when I'm up in uni. If you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
it's a good idea. I would never do a video on it because how to trade. Oh, I made maybe one.
No, I was thinking of doing a series called something like learning to trade or something like that.
It's only
so
thing,
it was kind of like it wasn't like it was me saying I don't know how to trade, so I'm gonna.
You just got to be a bit worried about that though, because people don't want to not necessarily watch you trade, but they want to see the best way of trading. And when
I think it'd be good if I did that series and I could ask people in the comments, give me some tips on trading and stuff, and then every episode I could use a different technique that someone had suggested or whatever, and then you could kind of see, this is the
I think it's a pretty good idea. If it makes you a better trader, then fucking yeah.
Because, Dave, we used to be boss at trading last year, but I just couldn't be arsed doing it this year. It's not. To be honest, we're trading.
But we were pretty shit at kit trading. Shit all we made. Me more than you, because obviously I could, do it through days. But we could make about 100k easy a day, couldn't we?
Yeah, easy. Well, I think it's this year. It's not that I'm a bad trader. It's just I haven't been arsed doing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I could be like a fucking Donald Trump when it comes to trading for all I know. I just haven't bothered doing it. And I haven't taken the time to learn.
You look like Donald Trump in your picture, but
that's what someone said to me actually. But it's just I just make so many different squads so often. I never learn the league the prices of the league long enough. Whereas last year when I had it during the week, when I was at home during the week, I wasn't I had more time to search around the leagues and I knew the best prices and stuff like that. So I suppose it's just about I don't know. I'll see. I might start doing a series or whatever because I think it's satisfying to see at the moment. The thing is, at the moment, right, I have so many coins that it's just I don't need to trade because I sell off a team and then just buy a new one. It's not I need them. But say if I wanted to get some really beast players, I suppose, that cost a couple 100k, that would be nice. For instance, I have this Holland team and I think I have 180k in cash at the moment, but I don't have enough to get Ian Robin, which would be pretty good for the team.
I think I like this time of Ultimate Team now because you can get really good informed players, but not at stupid prices. Where start at FIFA 12, they would have gone for ridiculous. So it's quite a nice time now at FIFA 12 where if
they're not going to drop.
Team or you.
It's the only thing though, they're not going to drop below 10k, are they? Compared to last year. They don't.
No, but what I'm going to say is I like this time of year because you can pick up some bargains. Where at the start of FIFA 12, everybody's priced fucking ridiculously, and I find it quite hard to make squads. Where now you can quite comfortably make a squad. Do you know what I mean? And it's not all about informs, but
but last year you get you get informs for a couple of k last year. Well, now they have this discarding. It's impossible to get them cheaper than whatever.
Some informing players, I think it's quite reasonable for 10k. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
I think that's you know what I mean. So I'm gonna have some shit. It's nowhere near worth 10k.
It's funny though how prices go with informs. Generally, right? In general, the most expensive informed player is going to be the day he comes out. That's when the prices are sky high, and then by the end of the week he's kind of settled out to an even price, and then some of them kind of just stay around that mark. But some of them, for instance, I had the inform Shea Given, and he was out the first week, and I bought him for 10k or whatever. It was just over the discard value, and then I went
50k now.
Yeah, he's 50k. I sold him for 50k when I sold my Irish team, and I was it's funny how the price goes up, and then with other players it just doesn't go up. If you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Again, with the tournament thing, you know, soon as I like it, you need an Irish team. Can you remember when it was like you needed a full Liga BBVA team and everybody's like pricing that league was shooting up.
Yeah,
but,
that's what gets on my nerves
if you're a
sometimes.
good trader, you use that to your advantage, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what gets on my nerves sometimes. When you go to, like, I'll get to Unique League or something. Like, A-League's a big example. I went in, someone, like, price slot this one player, which was in form. You could usually buy him for about 5k, something like that. He was a bronze. But then someone price locked him then to, like, a ridiculous amount to, like, 50-odd K. So...
The thing is, though, like, something like that, it has to be someone that, like, is in demand, if you know what I mean. Like, you often see someone, like, and you're a bit like, why is he bother price fixing that player? Like, nobody wants that player, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But it's like, no, you know, like Ilshinho, I don't know, is he not in packs anymore or something like that? But his price shot up to, like, something like 10k or something like that, Reese was telling me, right, a while ago. And it was kind of like, why would you bother paying that much for that card when you can get cards like McKeesiel and stuff who have better stats, playing the same position and have the same 5-star skills? It makes no sense whatsoever.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird how the market goes, isn't it?
I tell you a player who very rarely goes down in price has to be Mike Onliete. I mean, even if he does go like 150k.
Was it Marlos who like went flying up because he's not in the game or something?
No longer going to be in parks. Yeah, that's right.
But thing I don't get, why is someone like Thessalidis, right, 5-star skills, and he's like whatever, you can get him for like 5k now, right?
You can have less than that. That's ridiculous, isn't it?
Yeah, but then if you go to look at El Shari, it was pretty much similar stats, still 5-star skills, and he's like 120. It's like, seriously, why?
He's gone down now.
You gotta realise that people are gonna pay for the name.
Still a lot though, like you said.
It's like...
No, I don't think it is. I don't understand it. I thought... When I bet Vasilidis, I think he cost me like 15k, you know, like, because he was still quite dearish as such. But he was a quality player. And I probably prefer him rather than El Shaarawy, to be fair.
Have you had El
He's
Shaarawy?
ridiculously cheap. Yeah.
How much you paid for him?
I paid 110.
Who's this for?
So...
El Shaarawy.
See, look, I can't imagine...
It's one of those players again...
Yeah, even like buying...
You're like the tightest player ever.
Even buying, right, for this team, I bought the 88 from Percy, and he's like 110k or something like that, and it was like, that hurt to spend that on the player, even though I have the money.
Yeah.
So it's not like...
And it's weird, and you gotta realise
like,
that that's virtual money as well, but you just can't get the grasp of it. Oh my god, it's virtual money, but I don't want to spend it as well. Usually, I just like having the money there. I'm like that in real life. I always have a minimal amount in my bank account. I'll never go below it, unless it's obviously a emergency or something. That's what that basically is there for. But it's like, I don't like to go below, like, I don't like to spend ridiculous amount. I hate spending, like, 20k on a player. That really makes me jump out my skin.
I don't mind spending 20, but once it gets like over 50, then I'm like, ooh, I don't know.
You always wonder, is this player worth that 50-odd K now?
Ultimate Team's not for you, Dan.
What?
I honestly think Ultimate Team's not for you, mate. You're like the tightest person in the world.
Yeah, that's why I kind of got into manager mode. That's why I kind of stuck with manager mode. Speaking of manager mode, right, I just want to mention that what's up with Man City buying Arsenal players and Arsenal buying Man City players? Right,
that happens a lot, man.
Yeah, it happens a lot. It happens all the time. And I just seen Nasri go to Man City, Arsenal even.
You should see, right, I don't know if the stream notes, but I've been playing like a shit ton of like Football Manager, managing Blackpool or whatever, and I'm in the Premiership. You should see Man City's team in like 5 years' time. They got like Ronaldo and like all these like just beastly players. It's just insane how good their squad is worth like a couple of billion or something like that. And it's kind of like, oh, I hope that doesn't happen in real life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like Ronaldo said, didn't he, as well? He wants to come back to the Premier League.
Yeah, but I couldn't see.
He wouldn't go to
I
City.
couldn't see. No, I don't. Well, I think like the only clubs he would go to like that could afford him is like United, City, and Chelsea maybe.
Blackburn when they give him some money.
Well, Blackburn wanted to sign Ronaldinho, didn't they, Dan?
Yeah, so they are.
So they obviously have the money.
Yeah, no, look,
But
I don't understand why. I just want to mention why Steve Keane haven't brought in like many more players. Because apparently we got funds.
they're doing okay.
They're
now,
doing
though.
better now. Like they've got the players linking together.
Yeah, I was looking at the league.
Yeah, what they're doing okay. I said they're doing better. Like
No, but there are a couple of points out of the relegation zone now.
Yeah, it's 6 from bottom from the relegation zone, I think.
That's not bad considering where they were, Dan.
Yeah.
They were like in the depths of like.
But we've had,
fucking-
I think it's 3 wins in a row now, something like that. So, but we have got, we got a title decided against you, Adam.
Yeah. Well, when's that game on, Dan?
What was it 3 weeks time? Something like that.
Means?
So yeah. Do you want to go on to what have we got? Partnerships are too easy or team of the week? Or have we got everything to talk about?
Partnership is too easy. Let's go.
Right. Oh yeah, do you want to talk about next week's thing? Oh no, the big year first.
No.
What, the 1 year?
Yeah, well, let's get a
1 year
little round
birthday?
of it. Yeah.
Alright then. Partnerships.
What?
We're talking about partnerships, Adam. Okay, so just before the podcast started, like myself, Adam, and Sammy were kind of talking about like where the FIFA community has come, like where it's going and where it is at the moment. And obviously at the moment well, we've had some people don't like it, some people like it. But what do you think of it? Just before we go into like the partnership thing aspect of it.
I'll let you go first, Adam.
I like it. I think people just overreact whatsoever. Like people are like, oh, it's going like Call of Duty. It's like, no, it's not. You're just bullshitting. It's only people that fucking like that are into like. I've seen like GTEs and stuff like that, and he was doing videos about it. But it's like he hangs out with Call of Duty people anyway. He's practically in Call of Duty community. He's like a wannabe COD guy. So it's like that's why he thinks that it's like that. But I think in general it's not. I think it's a good community.
I think back in the day, back in 2009/08. Well, 08 I was COD, but FIFA 09. I would. It wasn't.
Fucking get on with it.
Oh yeah, I know, but yeah. Anyway, right, the community wasn't that. Well, I say community, but the directors, they weren't that many. You could say compared to back then. So it was kind of, you could say it was like a little happy family. It still is now.
I'll be right back. I just need to go for a piss.
Well, thank you very much. But anyway, this is all shit. I think partnerships are given out too easy, in my opinion. Back in maybe a year ago. Yeah, just over a year ago. I had to work my socks off to get a partnership. Well, that was just for directorship. That was at the time with Machinima. The partnership was even worse to try and get in for. Like I had to get around 3,000 subscribers before I got the directorship, and I had to literally write about a page and a half on basically plugging yourself to actually get into the directorship. Obviously, it may be different for like Yosh and whatnot, but for Machinima, it was that. So, and then you see people now these days just snap fingers, you're in a network straight away.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm going to be completely honest with you. It's very, very, very easy to make a network.
But there's still not that many though. It was
disregard to people.
I'm back.
No, but I mean that's no disregard to people who are involved in networks like Yoush or whatever. But like I can remember watching a Killer Hollywood movie, and he was saying, look, it's quite easy to make a network.
Yeah.
Obviously, it'll take you a certain amount of money to like admin charges, but really, pardon me, it's quite easy. And then you have the power to like, you know. I mean, you know what you could do? If me and you wasn't, like, with Yoush or Machinima, us three could say, I tell you what, we'll put some money in together, all on us, we'll pay for, like, the paperwork. And
we'd
then
never get back off you prick.
Yeah, you'd have to make sure I send it to you. And then... and then we could say, right then, once say Adam's the CEO of this shitty little company we just made, he'll just make sure he partners us three, and then we're right. And then you could just
don't you get the full amount then?
What do you mean?
Don't you get the full CPM?
No, Dan, you get $2 off Machinima. I think we get a bit more. However, we're going to be getting more in the future. I was talking to Snacks about this actually soon. But you know, like I was talking to like Snacks and stuff, and like I think YouTube pay the thing. Like Machinima have their own special deal with whatever because
They're Machinima.
they're Machinima basically. I think they get paid something like $15 per 1,000 views, and you're only seeing like $2 of
Yeah, that's what I mean. Do you technically get a full, or is it just
You get nowhere near the full amount.
No. I mean, like if you set up your own network, like what do you?
Oh yeah, well it goes straight to the network, and then it's up to the network how much they want
No,
to pay
for
you.
us.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes, we were just how much.
Yeah, so if we set up our own network, right, Dan, we could go right. We're going to set up our own network, and we're not going to tell any directors, but we're going to hide it in small print that they're getting 1% of the total revenue. So we'll get we can get $14 per 1,000 views, and they can get like 1 cent.
So I'm not saying that networks are robbing but what I'm saying is you'll find that a lot of people like remember this Vexen Games. Come on, Kill all the World were doing some work for Vexen Games, and ended up liking his video saying that they were an absolute shambles and stuff like that. And they're all really young, and like he says, it's quite daunting knowing that some 15-year-old is like setting up a company as such, a network, and like dealing with people's money, what they've earned through videos and stuff. You know what I mean? So I think you've got to do your own work. But I think if you stick with companies like Yaush, Machinima, and even TGN, I mean, I'm not really.
I think it's anyone.
TGN,
everyone basically pays out. Well, they all similar standard when you.
No, but what I'm saying is, make sure that it's a. Well, they don't, do they? Because.
Well,
because you've got to make sure that they're to your homework.
Because there's a reason why some networks are not known. To be honest, and you could if our network's not known, there's a reason behind it why our network's not known. Like Game Station, everyone kind of knows that. CGN, you've got Machinima, and also
There's this other network called Base 69 or something like that. Did you ever hear of them?
No.
Never heard of them. What do they do?
They're kind of like this new network. I heard about it the other day because who was Calfreezy got his like second channel partnered with them or something like that. So that's how I like heard of it initially. And stuff. I don't know. It's just like it's like I think whereas before you actually had to set up like all like Machinima and stuff, but now it's just I think it's a lot easier because I heard.
I do think it's a lot easier. I agree. I think it is a lot easier. Just
because Japes was talking to me like a while back, and he was like, yeah, he's like, I could just start. He goes, I didn't know it was so easy. I just set up my own network called Japes Network and just partner everyone under the sun and make a load of money. I think like if you like, cause like think about it like this, right? Obviously, Yaush and Machinima and stuff, they like game content and stuff like that. They're promoting the community or whatever. But think about it, if I just set, Dave, me and you want to set up our own... the
network would be called...
We'd called Money Horror...
We call it... MoneyCheesyNipple.com.
Yeah, and we just set up millions of channels just uploading videos called Man United versus Chelsea highlights and have a 10-second screenshot on it.
Funny monkey dancing on car. Man, you get millions of fucking hits. Rich.
Yeah, I know, we get 1 million views, and then we just like, yeah, we're going to be fucking millionaires here.
We would, though, wouldn't it? But anyway, kind of back on, I know we talked about networks and whatnot, but what do you think of, like, the directors these days getting their partnerships and directorships, like, easy? It's like, you can walk into one.
Well, you see, I think, though, Dan, when we were started it, there was, like, because what happened was, and Tyler, Deadly I Am, was telling me that. What happened was when Machinima initially got their like, were allowed partner channels. Because before it was only Machinima, their own channels that were partnered or whatever, and they were the only channels making money. But they were allowed partner like individual channels then, and they partnered like a shit ton of channels. I'm not going to say the amount on the stream, but in 1 month they partnered more channels than you could even fucking think of. So then what happened was YouTube said, right, you're not allowed to partner people for a certain amount, and they put limitations on how much they could, like, how many people they could partner. So once they had limitations on, they were only going to be partnering the best people. But then, obviously, new directors came around, there was no limitations, so they're... Yeah,
don't you think it should be like that, though? Don't you think that...
I don't know.
Because I think, right, I know there were limitations.
YouTube isn't there because they love watching FIFA or Call of Duty. They're there for the money. So I think they realize, right, we'll just let everyone get partnered. Like, this is what I was saying all along. Why didn't Machinima just partner everyone under the sun? No matter how shit your videos are, if Machinima partner you, they're making money. No matter how shit. So it's a money-making business. I don't see why you should have to, like, okay, I see why you should have to work for partnership because you have to produce good videos. But I mean, like, why do the companies make you work? Because they're there for making money, so I don't see why they don't just partner everyone so they can just make more money. It just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, but I know that Machinima.
I think it's hard. Go on, sorry.
I know Machinima now. They've actually made it more difficult for you to actually partner certain channels. You've got
on Yoush you need to have something like, is it like 1,000 subs and then like 500 views?
Yeah, same with near enough the exact same with Machinima. But that's what I think it should be, though. I think there should be a minimum requirement.
Should be quite doable.
Are you getting your one partner, Dan?
I don't know. I need more subscribers. Go over and subscribe. I need to advertise on Welsh Dragon, but I don't know. I'm going to do a gaming setup soon, so I'll be like, go on over, subscribe.
Well, Tutor.
Well, oh yeah, what happened to your Well Tutor one?
My file sizes were like way too big and I couldn't upload them because I was basically doing. Some days I do 2 videos a day. I'll do like one for Welsh Dragon and then one for that.
You smell that, Adam?
Do I smell what?
Do you smell that? What Dan's talking?
Bullshit.
Bullshit.
Have you tried uploading a 350 meg file from my?
Mind you, Dave, you're the one. What happened?
Yeah, but exactly. That's how I know because I think you've got to be quite dedicated.
What happened to your Minecraft one, you and Reese's, and your Battlefield Banter page? What about that one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, to be fair, the Minecraft I really couldn't be bothered. It sounded good at the time, and we were aiming that we're going to get a lot of people on there, so it wasn't just like me every day. Do you know what I mean? Mm. But we kind of didn't put enough effort into it, and the Battlefield Banter. To be fair, we made about 6-7 videos, and then Reese deleted them. Because it's a retard. Because I've cleaned the computer out. I'm brilliant. Upload second video. Oh yeah.
Did you upload a video to that channel?
I think we uploaded one.
Oh.
Which we were doing as basically like co-op through Battlefield, which is quite funny actually, because it's not exactly like quite. I don't do army terms, so I'm like, shoot that motherfucker, and like running around and
Yeah.
So that's what the plan, and then we were going to do some montage and that, and then see if any other people like Battlefield want to post on there. Which I still like Battlefield, and I still do record stuff. I don't know.
Do you actually do anything?
I'm not sure.
Are you going to make a montage or something?
Well, I'd like to.
Didn't you have your Mr. Beastmaster channel that you were going to be doing videos on it for? Like.
Yeah.
That's another one you got bored of, was it?
That's another one that died. But I think if you're having another channel, you've got to be quite dedicated to it. I think it's easy if you've got like a vlogging channel.
Yeah, because it's easier to do vlogs.
It's not easier, Dan. I don't mean like Dan as in like, it's easy to be space. But I'm saying is, I think it's something a little bit different than like gameplay.
Quite enjoyable as well, vlogs.
Yeah, I'd like to do it. I'm just an ugly fuck.
Because people like. What was it? Someone was saying to me like a while back, "Oh, do you want to?" They're like, "Do you want to upload videos on my channel and stuff like that?" And my head and I was like, I really have trouble getting videos on my own channel. I don't really have time to be uploading it. Like
that was something about like community. I mean, I only went on Caesar Sportsman when that was going, just when you couldn't upload.
Yeah.
But like having like other channels and that, I suppose it's quite hard. I mean, I couldn't do another channel. I'd like to do more Battlefield, and I have got loads of clips, and I ought to make it, because I love watching Battlefield videos, really do. There's a guy I've been watching called Mr. Blackout, really good.
I think it's actually as well, it's kind of getting in the mood to do it, because you could be just in this usual routine of constantly, right, I'll release a FIFA video, I got this video planned, and it's basically all FIFA. So it's kind of getting in, like, alright, then today I'll do Battlefield, and then you're like, oh no, I can't, let's play Battlefield now. I'll play some FIFA. So it's kind of trying to break the barrier of trying to play other games and recording it and whatnot.
But to be honest, since I can only record on the weekends because I'm up in college, I only play exclusively FIFA. Whereas before I started actually doing YouTube, played FIFA a lot less than I do now. If you know what I mean? Because like you have to like be playing games to get footage and that kind of stuff. Well, obviously I know you, Dan, because you do manager mode, so you know like how many games you need to play.
Yeah.
But whereas when I'm doing a squad building thing, I don't know how many games I need to play to get good goals. Like, if you know what I mean? It's when they come round. If you know what I mean? I could get them in 4 games. I could get them in 40 games.
Yeah, that's what's kind of good with management mode is that like, it doesn't matter if you have a shit game. Really?
The same with the World Tour thing.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, because it's only offline or whatever. And with World Tour, you know how many games you need per episode or whatever.
Yeah. So
it's kind of easier to.
Like for mine, I usually go like, I've only got to play 3 games now, so that's right then. Because like 3 games, it's literally just I'll have a quick hour on FIFA. It isn't like I gotta make a video. That's what I really find enjoyable with management mode. That's why I've always constantly played it. It's like, then like, God's sake, I gotta play it. I haven't got enough clips. It's like, I can have myself a quick game now whenever I want and whatnot. It's just like, yeah, that's why I enjoy management mode a lot more compared to like, I would do other videos. It's just that I can't go into other content.
You should do some Ultimate Team ones.
Yeah.
You were doing Ultimate Team last year, weren't you?
Yeah.
And even you did a couple of pack openings. Why don't you do more of them?
I did a couple of pack openings and I did a few like teams that I made, but I got bored. Like with pack openings, like I was like I at first I was like, I don't mind wherever I go in there. It doesn't have to be good. But then there was a tweet and I can't remember who it was by, but that doesn't really matter anyway. And it was like, pack openings shouldn't be uploaded if it's like if there's nothing good in there. And then ever since that tweet, I've always been like, oh God, I got a shit pack. And then I've recorded it. I've like recorded it, rendered it out, done everything, and then when I come to upload it, I go, nah, I don't want to upload it. I'll get management mode ready for tomorrow. Because I feel like I don't know.
I think people that do that, right? If you only upload packs where you get good stuff in it, that gives the illusion of packs are actually good, and you're basically like, you're like.
That's right with me. When I upload my,
he just got that in the pack. I'm gonna go over it now. Whereas like I actually call my series wasting my money because I know packs are shit, and I upload every pack I open. So I'm like, look how shit packs are. Don't bother opening them. If you know what I mean. Whereas if you only upload the best, then
plus
you get people under
the pack opens I uploaded, I got very lucky. Because they were just one takes and I got it. And I got very lucky in packs because when I started recording my packs, I got a ridiculous amount of informs.
No, hold on. You went crazy when you got Joe Hart. You were going, oh my God! It's like
you want to see my outrageous pack?
You know, I was like, and I'm watching it. I'm thinking, have I missed a player? Did he like skip past that kind of?
Dave, every time I got inform mode and wingy, that was what saved.
I had inform mode and wingy.
Yeah, you've been fucking mad.
It was my first ever inform I ever got in a pack.
I remember I did a New Year's Eve pack opening.
Not Joe Hart.
I did a New Year's Eve pack opening, and I had 2 informs and centre forward Luis Suarez in a 4-1-2-2, which went for like 20k at the time. So yeah, I earned my money back on that, and I spent like 50k as well. So I went nuts doing that.
I remember we did Dan, were you here or was that just Reese? We did like a stream for Christmas Eve.
Oh no,
it was like it was definitely one of like the funnest streams I've ever done.
But yeah, we kind of went off topic of partnerships, getting too easy and whatnot. But we won't go on to that now. Guys, just post in the comments your opinion.
They are too easy. It depends.
Huh?
You know, if
overall,
at the end of the day, I think if
overall, I just think that it should be a barrier to get in, because it kind of.
No, I honestly think if they haven't got a lot of subs, but they've been partnered, as long as the content's good, I don't really care.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As long as they've got good content.
Yeah. But this has got and I just want to mention, no way you get like the odd, like, well, I never experienced it, but you usually see on like bigger channels and whatnot, you get people go, money whore and whatnot. Recently I haven't seen that, to be honest, but you know we used to get it. But then you see sometimes you can get people with 55 subs or whatnot getting partnered, and then you think.
Yeah, but thing is, don't forget that like with Reese, he had to start a new channel.
Oh yeah, fair enough if you're starting a new channel. Fair enough if you're starting a new channel.
So, you know, so did Alex.
Yeah, fair enough if you are starting a new channel, fair enough, because you have worked on a previous channel. Because I know, like, recent arts, they had, like, they had, like, just under 2,000 subs each. So fair enough, because you've worked for 2,000 subs, and you deserve something out of that. But I mean, for people who've literally just started and they've gone, right, I've produced about 15 videos now. Let's try and get a directorship. And I got about 50 odd subs. Because like whenever people ask to come on Sub of the Week, I always say, oh, you haven't uploaded for a month. And whatnot. I always ask for people to be consistent. Because that's one key thing I always say if someone wants to start video.
Oh, yeah, that's one of the best advice I ever got is consistent. And I know at the time I'm going, fucking consistent, what the fuck? But it's true, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Is, because then people know when to expect your videos. Like someone said to me earlier, I can't remember who it was, they were like, oh, you're so lucky you have 8,000 subscribers. Or it's like, it's not that you're lucky, it's that you've uploaded regularly and people like your content.
Some people gotta realise that this doesn't work overnight. You gotta realise that, like Adam, myself, even Sammy, this doesn't work overnight. Some people,
even Sammy.
but some
people are under the illusion that I'm only a partner and got like so many thousand subs because I know you guys. Fucking hell! I mean, you guys helped me out as much as you could, but you I mean, Adam wasn't huge at the time. I mean, all right, you had like just short of 1,000, but still, you were finding it hard. Dan was partnered, I think, wasn't he?
No, I got partnered last August.
So it's like, even looking back, if I had started now, I could probably get a hell of a lot more because you guys are more established. But back then, it was hard. When like I said, started off podcast 3 subs. You know what I mean?
I think though, but in one sense it'd be hard like that, but in another, I think like, or you'd say it'd be easier, or whatever. But
I don't think
it's like quite. I think it's a lot hard. I think it's a lot harder though for people to like. I don't think if I started a channel now I'd get 8,000 subs.
Yeah.
But I think if I was like, well, I think I wasn't until like last July when I got a PVR. I'd say if I had a PVR from the start, I'd say I'd be like probably nearly double the amount of subscribers that I was on now. Because like I remember like when I had the easy cap, if I had 10 subs a week, that was a good week. And that kind of shows you how long like.
But I'll be honest with you, I'm glad that we both did start off with like an easy cap, because then you found that your subscribers back then liked your stuff. It's not just it's HD, we'll just click like. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They liked your stuff, and then when you got your PVR, they were still there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, like what he's on about.
They were good. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think now you need a PVR.
I don't know, right?
You know what I mean? I would recommend.
Shane, everyone knows 38 Shane. I say everyone, but he gives some sound advice like when he was on before. He said that try and get people to actually like you and know your content, if you get me, kind of. So basically, if you upload I mean, like for example, if you just started off and you like just went on the web app, like if you give some good tips and then you get people to like you as a commentator, nor is like then you don't then like you can release bad content. Is that you don't have to worry so much of what you put in the background. It's that you could be a really good talker, and then you'd be like, yeah, and give your opinions and whatnot really well. So then people will like you for that, and not just what you put in the background. For example, if you did like a weekend topic or something, people will still watch it. And like if you was doing a series in the middle of in the middle of the week. So
the thing is, look at LambFam92. He has like over 4,000 subscribers, and he ain't got a PVR.
Yeah.
I mean, he does great commentaries, he does trading things, he shows his squad. You know what I mean? He is a nice guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I've contacted Yaush about seeing if we could get him on Yaush and that, and because his stuff's good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he's a nice bloke. You know what I mean? And that proves it. He's the perfect example that not always you should have a PVR, but in his case, not only is he a nice guy, he's got good videos.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, if you've good videos, you get, like, noticed or whatever. Like, even, like, I'm not bragging and saying I'm, like, Mr. Everyone come to me, I'll get you partnered. But, like, there's been about 4 or 5 guys that are partnered with Yaush, like, No-Bots and stuff like that, like, I've, like, actually recommended, like, them to, like, bait and stuff and be like, oh, you want to check out this guy's channel, he gets decent views and he does good videos and stuff. So I think, like, if you do good videos and stuff, it may not be me or it may not be Dave, but like if somebody one of the bigger guys that's involved in the things will see your videos and go, do you know what, he deserves more recognition or whatever.
Yeah, because like
I mean, I recommended 3 over Dave, three channels, and it's not, and it's good for Yoush though as well. It's good for us, for Yoush, as a network that you get good. There's always good content on there. I think it's always good for you.
I think particularly Yoush Sports has really good content. Always.
Yeah, I think
I never. It's not like Machinima. Like, it's not. I'm anti Machinima, but like there is good videos that go on Machinima. But there's a lot of time on Machinima I go, that is absolute shit video.
I think it helps that you got Nepenthes who uploads regularly, who is a nice guy and does great stuff.
The thing is, I don't get like how. Right, okay, because I was talking to Japes about this like a while ago. Well, Japes was kind of like in the kind of, they wanted to have Japes as director, but like Japes, Jack Attack, and like Nepenthes. How was Nepenthes? He had like 10,000 subs. How was he not partnered by the time Yoush Sports came around? I don't get that.
I don't know, but hold on. GCI Messi wants me to do my impression of Lamfan. I can't really do that. Hello, this is Lamfan 92. I don't know. That sounded quite Asian. My bad.
Yeah, I went to say that.
Hello, this is. I can't. I sound more like Arnie. But yeah, fuck you, Ross. All right. But yeah. Again, you're right. What about about people not getting recognised straight away? I don't know. I think. But some people are lucky.
Yeah.
Some people, it's who you know, not what you know what I mean.
Yeah, but I think if you are a new director, I think you just gotta realise this ain't gonna happen overnight. It'll gradually build up after time, because I get messages. How do I gain subs? How do I get views?
Because no, people can make me. It's like, oh, I've over 300 videos got, and I've only like 500 subs. It's like, no offense, mate, but if you've 200 videos got and you've only 500 subs, it's people just don't like you as a commentator or whatever.
Then you have that situation of like, okay, there's something wrong with the content. It isn't like we're saying that your content's bad. It's just for the fact, if you got 300 odd videos and you've got 500 subs, there's gotta be something wrong, which people are not coming in. But anyway, yeah, just a bit of advice, guys. Don't expect this to happen overnight. Give it a few months, or well, not even a few months. Give it a year and a bit, because like with us, we've like been on.
It will happen. It will happen. Believe me.
Yeah.
If you think that you're gonna do this for a week, and if you don't get like recognised or something like that, that's it, then you will never do it. And don't get me wrong, there were points where I said to Adam and Dan, oh fuck this, I've been doing it now for a couple of months and don't seem to be getting anywhere, and it's stressing me out. And at the end of the day, they can't really do anything. Just like keep doing it.
Yeah, that's all it is. Just keep going.
I can remember sending Lisa a message, and I'm like, what can I do to get more more known? He's like, just keep putting videos out, and I'm like, fucking stupid thing's that. But he's right.
Yes.
He's completely right. You just keep putting your videos out, making sure you do content.
And make sure you enjoy it as well.
Twitter more.
I think though, like recently, I think live streaming has become a big thing as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really enjoy. I mean, I really can't live stream because my internet's poor, but I love being in live streams. I think it's really good.
Even now, like for people that don't know that are listening to the podcast, like we always live stream the podcast now, and even though like it mightn't get like 100 videos, whatever, or 100 viewers, or like even like 50, 60 people in live stream is quite good, like, and it's just fun because you get to interact with people as well.
It's just a good fucking laugh, innit? You know what I mean? I think it's good to like.
Plus, actually makes our job a bit easier as well. You could say, because if we ever get a bit stumbled on something, someone will end up commenting on it and be like, "Oh, this and that and whatnot." But yeah.
Mm-hmm. But are we gonna have give a little quick promo about what our
yes, we'll talk about it now. So if you are in this is
actually we meant to start that. But
this is for the dedicated thing. We've had quite a lot of dedicated followers lately.
To be honest, I think the people that actually listen to the podcast are quite dedicated. Like it's getting like more and more views now. I noticed on your channel and stuff. But like people that actually listen to it, I think actually really like it. Even know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got to admit, I think that's pretty cool. Even if it's only, I'm just happy that only that there's just one person out there actually listens to his podcast.
Yeah, because
time,
like
you know what I mean?
this one time when we uploaded the one, we had this secret quote of "Stop calling me." Right? If you only just listen to this, you maybe wonder.
God, that was funny.
What? And I had loads of comments. My email box was just going nuts. Stop calling me. Stop calling me. Constantly, and then
maybe they were just telling you Dan to stop calling, and maybe it had nothing to do with
I know
the podcast.
That may be an issue. It might have been the ex, but yeah, it's good.
Why? What's he on now?
But yeah, it is good that you guys actually listen because it kind of it gives us not exactly self belief. I don't know what word to put it, but it gives us
Oh, it just gives you that bit.
yeah,
that little bit of recognition.
there is
Somebody
actually
likes what
people
we do.
listening.
Yeah.
Because I had someone say like, I had someone who actually listened through the podcast. This was like week 20 or something, and they're still going now. They were listening through the podcast throughout the day, and I kept getting a like an hour on later, without a doubt, constantly. I'd just be like.
Thing is, I think it's pretty cool because if I wasn't doing the podcast but I were listening to it, it's a cool thing to like listen to a bus on way home from somewhere or going somewhere. Do you know what I mean?
Plus, music makes you depressed. So, what's better than listening to us?
Dr. Dan says music makes you depressed.
No, it does actually make you
to
depressed, though.
instead.
There was a study, and for people who actually listen to music more often, actually turn out to be more depressed. So, if you listen to us, you're going to be happy, and you want to slitting your wrist. So, what's better than that? And plus, you can get us on iTunes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, plus like us on iTunes. We never plug it. We always forget to, mention it. But you gotta like us on iTunes, because you can...
I just noticed, we've like 60 people listening to it. That's quite good.
Yeah, plus, what was it? Someone actually took us on holiday and listened to us.
So, where did we go, Dan?
We went to...
Was it somewhere nice? Was it that?
It was actually somewhere nice.
Where did we go?
Huh?
Where did we go, Dan? Did I not go or something?
You went, eh? Yeah, you went. It was all the podcasts. He downloaded all the podcasts. He went, I'm off on my holidays. I'm on the plane now. And I'm listening to the Back of the Net podcast. I was like, oh my God.
What a legend. It's so cool when you think about it like that people actually...
It's pretty cool. And there's some stewardess going, and the emergency exit's out here, and then all they can
Stop
hear
calling
is
me!
going,
Stop
you
calling
fucking prick!
Oh, yeah. Do you remember that one time? This was this was really early in the podcast. I don't even remember. But we did this thing and we said, if you're listening now, just shout your name out. Do it now. If you're listening to the podcast right now, just either type your name in the chat or say hi, I'm Dan. Right. Want to give him a few seconds, lads? Or you think? Go on, say it. Okay. Now. Okay, that's your time. So if this could be a little code for people who may live near each other and actually listen.
You know what I want you to do? I want people to record it on the phones or something. I want them to go.
Oh my God! Quad.
To the most usual places and shout Back of the Net podcast.
Yeah.
And send it to us.
Post a video, right? If you're listening now, hi. It's Saturday when this actually goes up. If you're listening now,
actually in the stream people are Calvin, Mason, Jamie, Tobias, Matt.
Whoever does it and we think's the best will get a prize.
Yeah, make sure
By the way,
post a video response.
If anyone was wondering what I was on about earlier about the players coming in packs, I'm on the stream now. I'll just show you exactly what I'm talking about.
KSI's got one. Apparently, he had a purple Beckham.
What?
It sounds like a cocktail, doesn't it? But it is. If you look on Twitter, look at his.
So you see, like on the icons on the screen, if you have the stream up there, there's that middle icon.
Oh, and he had purple Beckham.
Really?
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Is this for real?
Sounds like a cocktail, doesn't
Beckham.
it? Yeah, I'll have 2 buds and a purple Beckham.
Wait, I don't understand that. How was it? What? Wait, what? Wow.
Well.
I wasn't expecting that. But just a positive, KSI does have Hoylett, if that's him. In full. Which is the big pro.
Damn.
But, yeah, guys. Thanks for listening. But we are going to go on to some Team of the Week, Player of the Week, and then some real-life football, and we will wrap it up then. Player of the Week, guys. Who's been playing well for you over the past 7 days?
Wellington Silva.
Any reason why?
He's a tank.
Yeah, he's gone down a hell of a lot in price now. I think I picked him up for 6k. And he's amazing. And you know what I find? I find you're really fast, but quite not as well built kind of players. Your Lucases and that, who have got a 5-star, but they're really fast. I don't seem to do well with him, but he's not the fastest, but 5-star, and it's just class. And he's got one hell of a shot on him as well. Fucking let one rip from distance with him. He will destroy keepers. Destroy.
Maybe, I was just thinking, right, I know this is Player of the Week, but you know that purple Beckham? I think that maybe just showing the fact that he actually won it.
I don't know if
No,
His stats hasn't gone up.
I'm just. They have. I just compared it to the regular card.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. 1 second. Let me have a look at the inform card. It's gone up from the inform card, but that could easily be photoshopped. You just don't know.
I don't know.
Until I see one up on the market.
Right.
That's why I
Go
that's
do
why
it.
I just
Open up
searched-
the market
I
right
just searched Beckham. I have. I'm looking at Beckham. There's not one purple Beckham on the market. If I see a purple card in the market,
Why is this then? Check this out. There's like something about blue cards. What the fuck's
but
up?
I think anything like that would be announced by EA. To be honest.
Yeah, EA haven't mentioned one single thing about like winning players either in like packs and whatnot. So, put what you ought to do, Adam, just put the price right up. Put it up to like 4 mil or something.
No, I looked, Dan. It's not one. I looked through all the Beckhams.
Dan, look at your messages.
You are Dan, so why you read that out? Okay, do you want to go on before we start?
We've already
really off topic.
Yeah, we've already done that, mate.
Are we going to talk about this? What we were supposed to?
Let's do play of the week. Okay, my play of the week is I'm gonna go with Nicky Maynard for FIFA. He's an absolute beast.
Yeah, okay.
I bought him for season 3 for Aston Villa, and he's upgraded now. He's currently 80 rated, so he's an absolute. Oh, he's a boss. That's what I'm gonna say. One of the best buys I had for that club. Huh?
Did you have sexual intercourse with him, though?
Yeah.
That's pretty good, then. He must be good.
My player of the week would be I've built an Irish Silver squad, and Scanlon up front, 4-star skills.
Scannell's brilliant, isn't he?
He's really good. He's quite pacey. I think he's like 83 pace as well. And for a silver card, I think he's quite good. And he's really dog dirt cheap. You can get him for like 800 coins.
I can remember making him for my second squad selector of like FIFA 12, and I'm like, 4-star skills, and he's fucking brilliant though. He's shooting could be a bit better, but because sometimes they're not like power shots, but he's really good, isn't he?
I've got.
I think it's quality.
You know what we did? You know what we said we was going to do, but we didn't do. We never did the whole talking a quick promo about his year special.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
If you're still listening,
Yeah, I do.
We are for the 1 year birthday type thing, which is actually coming up very soon, 2 weeks time actually, because this is episode 50. Yay! What are we gonna do? We're gonna do a big ass live stream.
I'm thinking of doing like a 12-hour live stream.
So what we're
And
gonna
basically,
do is bring.
We're gonna have
guests.
all the guests.
Yes.
That were on the back of the net.
guests of old.
So basically, like who we had. Let me just go quickly. I think we've had Barstoy, Phil Pot, we've had KSI, we've had Weepier, we've had Herpsef, we've had Dinosaurs, we've had Air Japes, we've had fucking. I think everyone. Like,
I will
the
tell
only
you.
people that we haven't really. I think the only people that we really haven't had on, like, we haven't had Jack Attack or like Nepenthes, and that's because of like.
We've had AA9
Nepenthes.
skills as well. Saurus, Calfreezy.
I think basically anyone's been on, except for like Nepenthes and stuff. Who that's due to like time difficulties or whatever.
He was actually meant
So,
to come on.
Difficulties.
Nepenthes was actually
He was,
come on,
and then he kind of came back. He wasn't in, and he was only in halfway through. And Dan and Dave were like, "No, fuck him. He's not coming on now."
Yeah, no, it's a bit late because the questions are at the start.
I can't remember that.
But even
I can't remember that.
Even since then, though, Nepenthes was only on like 8K or something at the time, and now
I think
his thing is just like.
Yeah, we gave KSI his push though for his current situation he's in. Because when KSI came on,
KSI won him out. I know there's like he has a huge following and a hell of a lot of fanboys, but I've got to
he's
admit, I
the
generally
funniest
think
guy I've ever met.
KSI was one of the funniest. Yeah, he's really nice. You know, he could easily be quite big-headed for having the size of the channel and his fans and that, but he isn't. He's really down to earth, isn't it? I mean, it's just a fucking laugh.
To be honest, like, I think out of all the guests that we've had, they've all been like really nice guys. I don't think there's one guy I've gone on and go, that guy's a prick. You know what I mean? I know there's one guy that Dave thinks that's a prick, but I think like them all like seem like really nice guys.
I don't think he's a prick. Do
you want to name who you're talking about here, Dave?
Well, we'll leave that. But yeah, I got to admit there's been some great people on there. You know, AA9 skills were really nice.
These are all people that we like prior wouldn't really have had a chance to talk to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like had we not been doing the podcast. So it's like it's good that we actually get to talk to these people. It's a good medium. And plus, I think people enjoy it when we have good guests. Yeah, it's not like people are like, oh no, we're not coming on because we're not going to be getting a ton of subscribers off this or whatever. So
Yeah.
it's just they're doing it because they're nice, if you know what I mean. It's like if you how much we had KSI when he had like 80,000 subs and we were all on like 4 or 5K. If you had the equivalent of that in Call of Duty, I don't think someone like Woody's Gamer Tag could come on someone's podcast that had like something like 10,000 subscribers or something like that, would you?
What about my proposal for next week's guest? What I put in Skype the other day.
Oh, Barack Obama. Because I was like to Dave. I got a guest lined up like I think it's probably one of the best guests we've ever had.
One of the most famous guests.
If you play FIFA Street, you most likely know him. But he could be on next week, but we just need to arrange times or whatever. And I was like, oh, I got someone really famous on the podcast next week, Dave. Do you want to guess who it is? And Dave's like, Barack Obama. I'm like, no, it's this guy. And Dave's like, yeah, that's good, but what about Obama? And I was like, I think he was busy that day.
What a bastard, yeah? Got to run a country for Christ's sake. Yeah?
Yeah.
Excuses. But no.
But
I
we
think
have
it's gonna
got
be
David
good. We're gonna
Cameron
get,
on next week.
A lot of old.
David Cameron.
I'd rather bite off my own fucking knob than.
Don't worry. I'll get Enda Kenny. Fuck you and your David Cameron.
No one cares.
Do you know who Enda Kenny is?
Anyway. No, I do.
He's the Irish
sounds
Prime
like
Minister.
Sounds like a chocolate bar.
But anyway, guys, for our 1 year,
caramel Enda Kenny.
But anyway, for our 1 year anniversary type thing, we're gonna be live streaming it. We're gonna be getting past guests on. Hopefully they can make it as a thing. So what we will do is have them for a period of time. What?
We ought to do some, clubs, so we could invite people from the stream, get them to play some clubs with us.
Yeah.
Just have a general laugh, because to give back to you guys who have, supported us and listened to the podcast and left comments and liked it and stuff. So it's give back to you. So if you want a chance to play with your favourite YouTubers, then come along.
What will happen though? There will be like an hour standard podcast. Like we'd be like, oh yeah, we could talk about over the year and whatnot. But then then
after that, that's where the fun begins. We have 12 hours.
And that's when the fun begins and the clothes start taking off.
It's like a wedding. We have all the all the traditional shit, questions, whatever. I do, pronounce you all that, and then we go into the reception where everybody gets drunk and oldest granddad always falls over. That's what I'm enjoying.
Cool beans.
Yeah, so that's what's happening then.
Okay.
But do you want to have a quick mention on Team of the Week, or do you want to go straight to real life football?
Just go straight.
Real life football. Real life football.
Jeez, how long have we been? I'm going to check how long this call has been. This is
hour and 17.
Yeah, so come on, we'll wrap it up soon.
What do you mean wrap it up? Our longest one's hour and 40.
Yeah, who was that?
Remember that when your two used to send messages to each other going, wrap it up, and stuff like that. Do you remember?
Yeah, Dan used to go. I used to send Dan a message in the chat, just discreetly going, Dan, right, do you want to wrap it up in the next few minutes? Dan goes, Adam, I'm not going to wrap it up now, we're doing this. He's like, Dan, are you going to message me back in the chat? Like, nope.
I was like,
anyway, who was our longest with, Dan?
I will tell you right now. Let me just open the playlist on YouTube. If I can. An hour and 40 was. Oh, why can't I just view the whole thing? Hour and 32, I think it was episode 20. No. Oh my god. The one with KSI was an hour and 30 off. No, they're on the right one.
Yeah, that was just pure fucking giggles, wasn't it?
No, that was a really good one. I think
episode 46 out of 36.
And was that with just us three?
Yeah. That was just us three.
I can't believe I talked to you. But because I think even AA9 said to us off air afterwards, it was you kind of when you're going to do an hour long podcast with people you don't know it's kind of you don't know what to expect, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But it's
what should I do? It's awkward, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, I think even for us, it's we don't know them, so it's kind of
I think I was awkward when we first started this, but not anymore. I'm like, right, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. What we ought to do, right there.
Apart from Man, I was so nervous for that. It's like, man,
Yeah, I remember the first episode.
But another guy.
It was like just really think. Right, I wonder if I can bring up the. Where is it?
Right, well, Dan is finding that. Do you want to go into real life football then?
Yeah, I'm gonna bring up episode 1.
Okay, so Dan, what games are on this weekend then? Can you
Game.
just pull up some while you're.
Actually, on this week.
The football man.
Oh yeah,
Dave,
talk
did you
about
watch
Carlos
the
Tevez, Ed.
Yeah, Dave, did you watch the Man City Chelsea game?
I didn't.
Oh, did you?
No, but to be fair, I don't know. I didn't expect him to win.
I was surprised at Ed, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, especially away from home. But
I didn't expect him to win, but it ended. City.
To be honest, I can't believe, like, you might just say I'm saying this because I'm a United fan, but I honestly can't believe that the Man City fans were welcoming Tevez back like he was Maradona coming back from injury or something like that.
Things, weren't there? Receptions, I think. Yeah,
but it's like, why would you clap that? That's someone who's refused to play for your club.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what more, what would you think if you was a player?
Exactly, I always think that.
Like a striker who changed, I mean, you're there, say I'm a player for Man City.
You're a
and I'm
Gecko or someone like that.
And I train my ass off. And yeah, I'm a Gecko. I train my ass off. I don't get a start every week. I put in the shift every training session. I do exactly what I'm told. You know what I mean?
You do your best every day.
At the club. And there's this Tevez who, as a bust up, fucks off to Argentina for 5 months, right? Gets welcome back and then comes back and scores. And then
he didn't score,
and he's off the cut.
He didn't score.
No, he didn't. Sorry, he didn't. No, it didn't.
But like, if he's taking your place,
everybody goes wild. It's like they've all forgot. And bear in mind, Dzeko in this period carried on training, carried on doing what he does, score goals when he can. You know what I mean? It's like it's a bit disheartening, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, I was saying that on Twitter. If that was Man United, there would be no way Tevez would ever play for Alex Ferguson ever again.
I said this as well. Look at Jaap Stam. Look at Van Nistelrooy.
Keane.
Yeah, they were.
And people kept on saying, I put this on Twitter, and people were like, yeah, but Tevez is a quality player. And I was like, people don't remember, at the time, Ruud Van Nistelrooy, he was banging in like 30 goals a season for United.
Yeah, Van Nistelrooy was unstoppable. Not only was he I'll be honest with you, Van Nistelrooy was one of my favourite players when he was playing for United. And not much as that kills me because I hate Man United, but he was so consistent. He was just a rounded player, wasn't he? Yeah. Then when the line most people thought, what the fuck are they doing? He had a few good seasons still, like for Madrid and so. So it wasn't like he was scoring like when he moved there for like 3 seasons on. You know what I mean? He was still deadly. And even like Roy Keane, like he was one of the best centre midfielders I think ever to grace the Premiership. And like Dave, he was unbelievable. But it's not like Alex Ferguson is letting people go because they're shit. But like he just doesn't take shit. Look at Jaap Stam. Jaap Stam left obviously and went. And he's still a quality player, like fucking brilliant player, absolutely awesome. But again, that's something like I like about Alex Ferguson. As much as I think he's a pompous dickhead, right? I like how nobody's bigger than the club, and it doesn't matter if you're a fucking superstar earning 200,000 or you're a fucking YTS kid who cleans boots. Nobody's bigger than the club, and I admire that. I like that. I think that's right. But a lot of times these days, there's players who are bigger than club. Look at Tevez. You know what I mean? Yeah, because that is like, I don't know. Like you think from someone like Mancini, he would have more kind of. Like he's an experienced manager. He's won Champions Leagues and I'll be honest with you. I think he's realised that he needs Tevez. That he needs him scoring goals up front because he changes games, Tevez, when he plays. I don't know though. Like I don't know. But Dave, after not playing for 5 months, surely he's not going to be the same player. Like he didn't do anything outstanding when he played the other night.
Well, he set up the goal.
Fair point, but I mean, he's better than nothing. Let's be honest. I mean. I'd rather have Tevez than some like reserve player who's. Yeah, but it's not like City are struggling for strikers. Like you have Aguero, you have Balotelli, you have Dzeko. No, but to be honest, it's still a quality player, and I think he's basically thought, fuck it, I really want to win this title. Let's just get him back. If he scores goals, important goals for me, rock on. You know what I mean? And I'll deal with it after. You know what I mean? And Because I think there'll be teams that go in for him at end of season.
Yeah, I got a feeling he will leave at the end of the
Amongst it.
season. To totally
Well, because that whole thing though was just over. Basically, you wanted to play like in Champions League, so he didn't want to like. If he had played for City, he didn't want to like. That would have made him not disqualified, but like he wasn't able to play.
He puts teams off because he's eligible to play in it.
Yeah, so that was that. Like that's what that whole thing was about. But then he didn't end up moving, so it really kind of just backfired on himself.
And now just before we go into more real life football, I have got the very first podcast right here that we did was on March.
It's actually the first one didn't record properly, did it? You know
No, this is the second podcast. We actually mentioned it during this podcast. That we recorded one, but the recording didn't actually record. So if I'm gonna play it now, I don't know if you guys can actually hear it, but this will be your opener. This is what we did. This is what we was like. What was it? 50 weeks ago. Yo, what up, guys? Welcome to the first ever Back of the Net podcast with your host Welsh Rank ESG, and also I've got two special guests today, which will become regular co-hosts, you could say, and they are David.
Okay, Dan.
Bookerman.
Hello, welcome people. I'm a newbie.
That's David.
Turn it off. Turn it off!
What in there?
I don't like that.
But do you remember though before that episode we were just going to call it FIFA Direct or something like that, and then we're like, I don't really like that name.
Wait. At the end of this podcast, right, go to episode 1, because if you're you must like the podcast. Go to episode 1, right, and listen at the end what Adam calls it.
Oh yeah, I call it Off the Ball or something.
You
like
call
that,
it Off the Ball podcast. Really?
That's because that's the football podcast that I listen to. If you're Irish, you'll know what Off the Ball is. But yeah, so that was that. Because I remember Dan then came up. And I think Back on It is a really good name for podcasts as well.
I agree. I think it's a cracking name.
My idea.
Much better than Front of the Goal.
What's Front of the Goal?
Do you remember our semi-rival podcast for a while?
Who called Front of the Goal, were they?
Yeah, that's what they called it.
I didn't know they had a name. I thought they only made like 3 episodes.
They did only make 3 episodes.
But anyway, we are all loving family here. But there's going on some fixtures. I don't think there's any more like transfer news or anything like that, or any news headlines. Is it to talk about? Sports Relief. Up.
Dan's going to be live streaming for Sports Relief, aren't you, Dan?
Yeah, I'm actually going to be live streaming on Sunday. My mile.
Oh, nice one.
No, I'm only joking. I don't know how.
Are you doing a mile?
I've done one, yes.
Oh, because we don't have like Sports Relief over here, so I was just wondering, like, is there actually much event on for it or whatever?
I ain't gonna lie, right? Since I've been getting paid for mission, I've given a bit more money to charity recently, and I've noticed this, and it's starting to get like. At first, it was like I'll give him 30p. It's starting to get more now. I've reached a £5, right?
Oh my god, Dan!
You may call that tight, but it's starting to go up. But I mean, like, I give it all the time, like because every sort of time, like where I live, I'll go get food in like Tesco's or whatnot, like and it's always some charity collector and whatnot, and I always give them something. It's like, oh, here you go.
But even for
I even give.
Like even recently when Yoush Live had that stream on, I like what you call it, like I give them like $20 or something like that. It's kind of. I think like
I feel good. I feel good after I give him money. I do. I always feel good.
Same here. It's like you've done your one good thing for the day.
You're like, I've given him some money. Isn't that nice? And yeah, so. Alright, then let's go on some fixtures. There is no other news to talk about as far as we know. But if what?
Just pick on some big ones, Dan. Don't go through them all.
We got Chelsea versus Tottenham. 12:45 kickoff.
What has happened to Spurs recently? Jesus Christ,
I know.
That's at Stamford Bridge then, yeah?
Yes.
Because there was a while I never thought I never said I think it's gonna be a draw, but I never said that like people were always like, oh, Spurs going to win title, and I was like, no, they're never going to win title. But they've just really gone shit. Like
they gone.
Like it looked like they had comfortably secured third spot. And now, isn't it like Arsenal are
Arsenal in the lead by 1 point, and well, actually, Newcastle's still close to getting Champions League. Think about it, because say if Chelsea lost and Newcastle win their next game, Newcastle actually go 5th.
Speaking of that, though, if you look at that table, Liverpool have won the Mickey Mouse Cup this season. They're in the semis of the FA Cup or whatever, but they're doing so shit in the league this season. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, no. Should I bring up some our predictions that we did at the start of the season?
Yes. Oh yeah, did you take them down or something like that? Didn't you?
No, I still got. Yeah, I got on by ear. Premier League predictions. Okay, Adam, this was yours at the start of the season. You were Man United to win, Man City for second, Chelsea for third, and Liverpool for fourth.
Oh.
And
I didn't know Liverpool. Who did I say was going to get relegated?
Your face Wolves, Swansea, and Wigan. You got 2 of them right so far.
Yeah.
It looks like Swansea won because they count the 8th. Mine were Man U.
You never know, Dan.
Yeah, you never know. Mine was Man U, Liverpool, Chelsea, and then Man City.
You'd City coming fourth.
Yeah, I had City go fourth.
Oh, I had them come. I had them come second.
I think
my top. Good check.
My relegations was Norwich, Wolves, and QPR. Go Wolves. Norwich, where are they? Norwich are 14th. That can still happen. That can still happen. And QPR close.
QPR, I think, are in danger.
And Dave, this is you. We've got Chelsea to win the title, Man U second, City third, and Liverpool fourth. And relegation was Tottenham, Blackburn, West Brom, and Norwich.
I don't think any of Dave's teams are going to get relegated.
No, it's only Blackburn which are currently close, which are kind
So Dave, what we found out today is Dave knows nothing about football.
But anyway, yeah. So that's
no, seriously, it still could happen.
I think Blackburn are looking better and better though. Like they're finishing off.
Looking better, but I mean, let's just hope that they don't. I think one bad result for Blackburn, they'll go back.
So if Blackburn win again now, right, and say Aston Villa lose, they're only 2 points in behind Aston Villa, and we got Aston Villa as well soon. So
who's in relegation zone now?
Bolton, Wigan, and Wolves. And they're Bolton's on 23 and Wigan and Wolves are on 22 points. QPR currently on 25 and Blackburn on 28. So that's kind of the 5 which may go down.
One sec. Guys, someone said in the chat, I think it's a good chat we should talk about. Who do you think's been the surprise kind of team and surprise kind of players this season that have played really well? Swansea, I think, are definitely a team that have played really well. But player-wise, who would you reckon have been? Who is a player that you never? Yeah, I reckon someone like Grant Holt, who was a League.
Yeah, I was actually thinking the exact same.
Because he's a League 2 player, and he still. How many goals has he had in the Premier League? It might not be 30 goals, but I think it's around 10, 15 goals.
That's not bad, seeming it's your first ever time in the Premier League, and he knows that yet the best club either. So.
Yeah, he was League 2 though. He was League 2, or not League 2, League 1. League 1.
League 1, yeah.
Shane Long's been alright when he's been fit.
I haven't.
Yeah, he hasn't really.
Yeah, it's only.
I think Shane Long though, he hasn't really been. He's been a good team contributor. I think more. He hasn't been scoring millions of goals, if you know what I mean.
A player I'm gonna go for.
I mean, he's played well. I mean, when he's been fit, that is.
Yeah.
I'll be a Blackburn.
A player that I'm gonna go for who I'm rather surprised is Yakubu. To be honest. Cause
I knew he'd go for a Blackburn.
Well, what do you expect, right? What do you think? He was in the top 5 most goals scored this season, a few weeks ago. So I didn't.
Yakubu's always been a decent player. But Dan, Yakubu's always scored goals.
Yeah, but it's not I didn't expect him to do as well as he did. To be honest, to score come into the club and settle that easy. Normally you don't see that. To be honest.
What about you then, Dave? I would say Chelsea. Who do you think Chelsea's done really well this season?
Sorry, say that again.
I said Dan said someone from Blackburn. So who from Chelsea do you reckon has been a really good signing, or not signing, but at the club?
Mata. He's assist this season. I mean, somebody put on Twitter that it's every goal it's been pretty much. He's got an assist from it or been heavily involved in it. You know what I mean? He's a class player, a very, very class player, and I'm glad to sign him because I mean, obviously Torres has performed, and he's played well in games. He just obviously scoring and having that confidence. I suppose it must be terrible when you're striker not scoring, because obviously that's what you're mainly supposed to do, isn't it? But yeah, definitely think Mata.
I think
It's not going to be David for a week, is it?
Yakubu's still
I think
fresh, just letting him.
I think at United, I think Phil Jones has been absolutely outstanding this season, and like
True.
because I knew he was a good player, right, coming in, like because obviously like he'd
He's
played
Blackburn
decent Premier
bred, yeah. He's like, you know for
But so you know you're getting shit when you go back to it. No, but I mean like I knew he was a decent player, but obviously you have to like United still had to kind of like this season he's just kind of stepped up to the plate. He's done really well, and even like people said Johnny Evans was shit. Like he's come back in the squad recently. Johnny Evans has been playing outstanding at the back, like.
Yeah, without a doubt, he has been, and he scored on the weekend, didn't he? Oh, last week. Do you want to actually know the top 10? I'll tell you the top 10 goal scorers this season. Also, want to have guess who's first?
Who's first? Let me see. Robin van Persie.
Yes, Robin van Persie first with 26 goals. Wayne Rooney coming in second with 20. Sergio Aguero, 17 goals. Demba Ba, 16. And the one and only Yakubu with 14 goals. And the player next.
Demba Ba's been awesome this season.
Yeah, Demba Ba. Apparently,
He's kind of died. You not think he's died down a bit though recently?
I think there's apparently there's been a link with
but I mean,
Chelsea.
right,
Isn't
you can't expect him to shit us all down.
Your man Cisse there, right? He looks pretty decent.
He scored against me in management. But yeah, we've also got like Dzeko, who's currently on 13 on 6th. Dempsey 12. Adebayor on 11.
That's
Balotelli
another player.
11.
That's another player who I think played really well. He's always gives 100%. Is Dempsey.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? He plays well,
he's
gives
played
100%,
brilliant for
comes
Fulham
really good.
this season, to be fair. He played really well.
Definitely.
But yeah, where is Holt? I'll find out how many goals Holt have actually scored now. Holt has scored 10 for Norwich, which is not bad if you think about it. Compared to, say, let's take Graham.
And even at Norwich, you have what's called
Danny Graham,
to
10.
replace. Where's Houlihan? He's been doing decent enough this season.
Who's actually last? Danny Welbeck, 7. But that's top 20. That's top 24.
I was going to say there's loads of players that haven't scored.
But yeah, if you compare like Holt and Graham, both newly Premier League players, both on 10. So yeah, surprise team for me is actually I'm going to sit with Swansea for surprise team, without a doubt, because especially for a team first. But didn't Wigan do this when they first came into the Premier League? They did really well, and they got to like the League Cup final when they first came up. Like a few years.
Well, a lot of teams have done, like even Blackpool and who was it? Someone else was a Hull. Yeah, Hull did like really well the first season they came up, and then they kind of just it's about being consistent, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. But right, okay, we'll go on to the game of the day, which is actually Bolton and Blackburn.
Oh God, you're in the fucking game of the day.
Yeah, the game of the day. Well, it is kind of a crucial game if you think about it. Just in for people who are going to get relegated, because if Blackburn win, they get 1 point closer to us. And as well, I think Aston Villa will end up losing the next game against Arsenal, in my opinion. But what are you going to go for, Bolton or Blackburn? Obviously, I'm going to go Blackburn. I'm going to go for a 2-0 win.
Yeah, I'm going to go Blackburn as well, 2-0.
1-1.
1-1. Another important game. There weren't really many on. We have got like Liverpool versus Wigan, Norwich v Wolves, Sunderland versus QPR. That'll be a good game, I think. Sunderland versus QPR, especially coming back from 2-0 down QPR. To any Liverpool fans, ha ha. Yeah. What do you think of that result? Liverpool and QPR.
Yeah, I can't believe that. I only seen it when I got back. I can't believe that Liverpool actually let a 2-goal lead slip.
I was rather surprised. See the goal though, the very first goal. That was a friggin' boot as well.
I didn't see the goals, but I'm like
bicycle kick.
I know people are saying, people are like, Kenny's doing really well with Liverpool.
I don't think he
they're
is.
Not. I don't think he is either. They haven't because it's a league in which you show how, not how good a team is, but how the league is if you win the league, you know you're a consistent team. You can play consistently well over a season. A cup, you can just have like good cup games. You know, it's not taken away from a cup, but like it's kind of like you've played like that's why people say, oh, the FA Cup, yeah, it's great because you can have this one-off cup game where like a shit team will like a League Two team will like come and just do well against like a Premiership team because it's a one-off game, anything can happen. But the league is when you show how good you are consistently over a season, and Liverpool just haven't been consistently good.
Yeah, I know what you mean, like constant.
Well, I could see something happening bad when they signed Carroll. I
remember the Sun actually did Go on, Sammy. Go on. That's it.
No, go on, sorry. Yeah, alright, go on.
You're going to speak, or am I?
I just said go on.
Sorry. I remember the Sun actually did a comparison on what players Dalglish could have bought compared to the players that he actually bought. And so, yeah, he could. And the other team, which was a lot better compared to his, was actually cheaper compared to...
That was on the Mirror, wasn't it, on the website?
It may have been the Mirror, 90%, but it wasn't.
Yeah, I've seen it, yeah.
But
it was a tabloid.
But I think Dalglish will have a good side in 3 years. That side will be good in 3 years, I reckon. Because he bought like the likes of Henderson and Carroll and Downing and whatnot. So maybe if you give him like a couple of years when they start mature a bit more.
Henderson is an average. Henderson and Downing and Carroll are all three average players, but because they're English, he's paid over the price for them, and that's true. And someone said,
it's true, yeah, definitely.
Someone said to me about, I was having a debate with someone on Twitter, and he was like, he said, Man United have a really shit midfield, and I was like, they don't really. If you look at Nani and Valencia, they're two of the best wingers in the league, and he was like, okay, fine then, they're good, but the centre midfielders are shit, and I was like, he was like, I'm a Spurs supporter, and none of your centre mids will get in our midfield, and I was like, he was like, yeah, we have Scott Parker and like Modric and stuff, and like, yeah, Modric is a class player, but I think, like, to be honest, I don't think Scott Parker is amazing. He's a good player.
I like Scott Parker. I mean,
he's not as good. He's
an unsung hero, isn't he?
Yeah.
The things that he does, you expect.
Yeah, but I wouldn't.
So you don't necessarily like.
He's the guy that you don't see make those plays. He's just like, right, I got the ball, I'll get the ball, and then set it up for someone else to set it up.
Breaks down play, makes it hard for other teams to play.
Yeah. But I like Scott Parker. He's a
good
like player. And he gets stuck in as well for the size of him. He's tiny and he gets stuck into anything and everything.
I don't know, like, would you have Parker in instead of someone like... I don't know if I'd have Parker in ahead of Scholes, to be honest. Like, I think Scholes, like...
Yeah, but they're a different kind of player, aren't they? Completely.
Yeah.
Of course they are. It's like saying, I'd rather have Zidane in midfield than Parker, obviously. But Parker's like the kind of player that you'd want for a holding midfielder, definitely. There ain't not much better than him in Premier League or Europe. You know what I mean? He's class.
But yeah.
And on that
bombshell, we will call our wrap, I think, guys. But if you want to check out the fixtures, be sure to head on over to BBC.
Are you carrying on streaming then?
But
I'll probably do a bit of World Tour. So
let's finish this up. Thank you very much for joining us, guys. That was episode 50 of this Banter Podcast in partnership with Sweetpatch. Be sure to download us on iTunes. And should we have a secret phrase, guys?
Yep. Why don't we have Taurus? Because I'm drinking it now.
Taurus.
It's a really cheap beer. It's spelled Taurus.
Yeah, let's not have that. Let's have Bumflick.
No, have that.
Let's have
Bumflick, people. Anything to do with penguins, Dan,
let's put Sweetpatch calling my name. And we'll see you guys next time. That's episode 50. Peace off, guys.
See you later.
Beep, beep, beep.